guests, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, today marks a very significant, noteworthy day in the history of Siaya County. We have come together as partners, as stakeholders, and friends, including the youth who are the key beneficiaries, to witness the launch of Siaya County Youth Agribusiness Strategy 2022. This strategy could not have come at a better time when the world over, governments and policymakers, development partners, strategists, and the communities at large are grappling with the issue of youth unemployment. To put the youth unemployment issue into context, 67 million young people aged between 15 to 25 years worldwide are unable to find meaningful employment. In Kenya, 34.2% of 11 million youth are unemployed. Siaya County has 340,935 youth between the ages of 18 and 35 years, and this represents 33% of our population. The youth population continues to grow day in, day out, and this poses a great challenge as it exerts more pressure on our economy and the environment, besides posing serious concern in governance and social circles. On the other hand, this youthful population presents an energetic, innovative, and vibrant force for economic development and positive changes if they are healthy, educated, and have the relevant skills and attitudes that will enable them to make positive change. As a county, we have the duty to ensure that all persons, including youth, are included in the county's development agenda and participate economically towards increasing the county's gross domestic product that will eventually lead to improved livelihoods. My government has placed a lot of focus on sectors that, when invigorated, have potential to create wealth and employment for the youth. Agriculture is one sector that provides immense opportunity for employment of our youth in Siaya, considering that the county is more than 60% rural. When more youth are gainfully engaged in agriculture, the sector will tap into modern knowledge, skills, technology, and energy of this vital part of our population, and this will bring in more benefits in the sector and the county at large. Indeed, the youth are the missing link to our commercial and modern agriculture sector. Ladies and gentlemen, 5 years ago, together with 200 youth from Siaya County, we joined youth from the Western region in an agribusiness conference organized by our noble partner, GIZ. During that conference, the rallying call was to encourage the youth to view agriculture as a career and consider finding formal or self-employment along the different agricultural value chains. The youth leadership in the conference served as duty bearers with a memorandum seeking the county government to give more attention to issues surrounding youth engagement in agribusiness. Today, we have witnessed through the exhibitions by youth engaged in agribusiness, interventions by programs within the Department of Agriculture with our partners ASDSP, ABD, and KCSAP. The vibrant youth in agribusiness organizations are also represented here, the research institutions, the private sector, and the development partners that have been attached to Siaya County to join the youth in agribusiness conversation. This may not have taken place without the initial commitment by the county to address the issues at hand. Our joint efforts have led to strengthening existing youth organizations and fostering new ones. We have also seen tremendous improvement in participation of the youth in public policy formulation processes. My government has come out strongly in driving the youth empowerment agenda by specifically targeting youth beneficiaries with government programs, for instance, including youth groups as recipients to micro-project grants by Kenya Climate Smart Agriculture Project, capacity building initiatives by Agriculture Sector Development Support Program, and enterprise development along aquaculture value chains by Aquaculture Business Development Program. Our ultimate commitment to address matters youth in agribusiness culminates in the development of this all-inclusive Siaya County Youth Agribusiness Strategy, which is an all-round strategy aimed at addressing the hurdles that may hinder youth to thrive in agribusiness space. The proposed strategic actions are to skill the youth, to develop youth enterprises, and to organize the youth for production, markets, and advocacy. It also provides for regulatory frameworks to ensure youth in agribusiness operate under a conducive business environment. The budget for implementation of this strategy stands at 4.2 billion Kenya shillings. Though the figure looks big, it is an investment in a worthy cause. Delivery on the goal of the strategy requires a multi-sectoral, intergovernmental approach. My government is committed to delivering on the youth promise and will ensure resource mobilization for the strategy is achieved by entrenching it into the planning documents, such as the County Integrated Development Plan, the Annual Development Plan, and ultimately in the budgets and work plans for the coming financial years. I therefore urge the legislative arm to ensure resource allocation to the youth in agribusiness is given utmost priority. Ladies and gentlemen, resources are never adequate, and I want to urge all our development partners to pool resources together to drive the strategy towards success. We have walked the path of developing this strategy together, and I know and have a premonition that success awaits us.
The plan whose launch we are here to witness defines the framework and direction that Siaya County will take in gainfully engaging youth in the agri-food sector for the next 5 years. It is also very gratifying to note that the county involved various stakeholders in the development of their first strategic plan for youth in agribusiness. Thus taking into consideration all the concerns of all interested parties, including the youth themselves. With this level of consultation, ladies and gentlemen, I am positive that the strategic plan will play an important role in the realization of the county youth aspirations and by extension, our national development goals. Ladies and gentlemen, before I proceed, allow me to highlight some of the work that Micro Enterprise Support Program Trust has been doing together in very close collaboration with the County of Siaya. MEST got into Siaya towards late 2019 through a partnership with a cooperative in Uranga called Luanda Kina Cooperative Society. The objective of the partnership was to support members of the cooperative to establish a reliable irrigation infrastructure that will support their agribusiness venture in horticulture production. Despite the challenges encountered in the implementation of that project, MEST is committed to working closely with the community and the county government of Siaya to its full realization. Other than that project, MEST, in partnership with Danida, which is the embassy of Denmark, commenced a new program dubbed Green Employment in Agriculture program that commenced in January 2021. Gentlemen, allow me to highlight a few things that we have been doing together with the county government of Siaya. And I just want to take this early opportunity to thank the CC Agriculture for working very closely with us and also for giving us a focal point person a staff of the county government under the Ministry of Agriculture that has spearheaded the development work of what we have been doing here to the realization of the few achievements that I'm going to highlight. We are currently working with 300 farmers in Siaya County, and out of which 750 are youth. So far, we have been able to conduct various trainings in business development, sanitary and phytosanitary standards, various provision of production skills in aquaculture, in poultry, and also just working very closely with the institutions, that is the cooperatives and the producer organizations, towards sustainability and towards enabling them to become business ventures. We have engaged with SMEs, small and micro enterprises, to be able to facilitate linkages in poultry, in aquaculture, and in livestock feed. And I'm very hopeful as we continue to engage with these SMEs, they are going to grow themselves as businesses, but also provide opportunities for market for the various commodities that we are currently engaging in this county. We have facilitated various business-to-business forums where farmers, producers have come together and met various businesses, and they have gotten themselves into business deals. And we are very hopeful with this particular engagement. The farmers are going to increase their production, and the SMEs are going to increase their business opportunity and be able to facilitate the much needed access to market for these commodities. These are just but a few of the achievements that we have realized so far, and the program that I've just mentioned is going to be working very closely with the county government for the next 5 years. And therefore, I'm very hopeful with this framework that has been established here through the strategic plan that has been launched, that is being launched today, will provide a better framework for organizations like MEST and other development partners like GIZ, FAO, RTI, to engage in a more structured manner and be able to consolidate the much needed resources to be able to deliver on the objectives of the strategic plan. Ladies and gentlemen, the previous speakers have spoken. They've articulated all the statistics within the county and rationalized the importance of why we need to invest in our youth and in agribusiness within Siaya County. I just want to take note of the agribusiness officer, Sarah, who articulated that we have about 327,000 youth in this county, out of which I think about 124,000 are unemployed. And 88% of the youth live within the rural areas, meaning they're here with us. And therefore it just makes sense that we invest in agribusiness and that we invest in our youth, because that is where the need is and that is where the opportunity is. Ladies and gentlemen, as we have noted from the presentation by the agribusiness officer, the strategic plan we are launching today aims at increasing agricultural productivity of select high-value enterprises through promoting a value chain development approach, which will provide opportunity for employability and entrepreneurship among the youth. And the officer articulated 4 strategic objectives.